All right, you guys, good evening. What up, what up? Oh, my mic is all the way over there. Yeah, this silly show, Lord. Good evening, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Good evening. Come on up in here. Come on. You're not missing anything. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, don't be. Go ahead and click that subscribe button to be a part of the Witness Gang, to join the Witness Nation. Now let's get into this, shall we? Hello, you guys, and welcome to the channel. If you're new, don't be.
I'm Whitney. Keep it cute. Get the boot.
Your girl, as whack as she is in all her glory, was in the New York Times. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Happy Tuesday. You guys know what it's giving. You guys know what it is giving on tonight, you guys. Good evening. All right. Okay. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We having an issue. Hold on. Let me refresh. Hopefully, I won't be as buffery tonight. Okay. All right. I was just checking because it seemed like the chat was disconnected. All right. Happy Tuesday, you guys. Happy Tuesday and happy February 1st. Okay. The first day of Black History, and I am celebrating. I sure am. Black History Month. Woo! Shouts out to Shazazz Creations for the customized tee. Okay. Now, if you would like to customize your life, or if you would like to represent the Whitney DTV brand, check out the description box down below and click the link. And I actually think that the discount attaches itself to your order, okay? Let her know that Whitney D of Whitney DTV sent you, okay? Not for nothing, shouts out also to Shay Michelle Cosmetics, okay? for the lashes lippy, just all the cosmetics. So okay, so shouts out to all my brand affiliates. Okay, I'm a little tongue flustered tonight. I don't know why. I need to get out of it because we got a lot of reading to do. Okay, if you guys are tuning in, coming in on the come in. Hey, baby, get me together. Yeah, hold on, my husband, get me together. All right, my husband got to get me together, y'all. Oh, that's crystal clear right there, right? All right. My husband, look, he got to make sure I'm all the way together. Okay. So while we were getting the technical difficulties together, make sure that you're putting your city and or state in the chat so I can shout you out. Okay. Because I'm about to get into these comments. Okay. But we have a fun filled packed night tonight. Okay. I'm gonna give you guys a little bitty speck of a detail update when it comes to the Tasha K and Cardi B situation, as well as we're going to talk about the updates, the known updates for R.KELLY and his appeal case. You guys know I've been pumping out the updates left to right as often as they come in. Okay, so we're going to actually get into an in-depth conversation about these updates and my perspective about some things, and then we're going to finish it out with the remaining, I think, like 8 pages of Solace. Okay, so if you wouldn't mind doing me a solid and taking out the time right now to share this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Okay, now let me go ahead and get into this chat. Okay, first and foremost, welcome to Whitney D TV. All right, welcome. Okay, if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. I'm Whitney D. I'm your host. Okay, not for nothing, we are home of Keep It Cute or Get the Boot. Okay, now what that means, all right, you don't have to agree with me, but respect my platform. Okay, I don't know you personally, I'm not being disrespectful, so you don't have to be disrespectful to me. Okay, I appreciate that. That's keeping it cute. Okay, now the boot part is exactly what you see. Okay, I have some wonderful mods in here, and if they feel like you are not keeping it cute, they will scoop booty your butt out, as well as me. I have my eye on the chat myself. Okay, so make sure you guys keep it cute so you won't get the boot. All right, now if you have not subscribed, do so right now. Click that little X if you're tuning in on your phone and click that subscribe button. It's free. All right, it's free. And as well as the subscribe button being free, the like button is free. How about that? All this free stuff. Okay. Click them. Make sure you pound them. Okay. Spam that like button. Okay. And share. Right. Now, you probably want to know what is the skinny about sharing. Okay, that builds up my and your algorithm. Okay, it lets the algorithm know that, oh, they're sharing, they really like this because they want to get it out to somebody else. Okay, and you never know that one view might change a person's life. Okay, so make sure that you click that share button on top of the subscribe and the like button. Okay, not for nothing, if you like to join the channel, okay, hold on, let me go ahead and grab that for y'all. I'm sorry, I usually get in here a lot sooner and I grabbed that all those things and I put it in there, but I was kind of tight tonight. Okay. However, here you guys go. The link is right there. Okay. Now, as we get further involved into this R.KELLY trial, I got a lot of crazies. So I'm letting you know now, a lot of the chats, a lot of the discussions that we have are going to be members only chat, member only videos and things of that nature. Okay. And so, especially the transcript reading, I may very well turn those videos into monetized or members only, because as you guys have came to find out, transcripts are very expensive. Okay, not for nothing, if you would like to support your girl direct, you can do so by sending me a cash app. If you'd like to donate towards the transcripts, you can send whatever you like to, make sure that you put in their transcript, so I will know that it's not a little love offer. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have a PO box. Okay, we have a PO box, so you can send me your love mail, your hate mail, a gift, or whatever the case may be. Okay, just make sure that you're not sending nothing crazy. Okay, because you'll go to jail. All right. That's a PO box. Okay, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. But before, I gotta say hi to y'all. Let me see who's in the building. Hey, Aaron, all those smiley emojis. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? Hey, Shawty. Hey, honey bun. She said hello, Whitney in chat. Hello. Hey, Andre. Hey, Travis. Long time no see. Hello. He says hello, everyone. Hey, T Bell. One says, hey, Whitney D in chat. Hey, honey bunches. Hey, Shantae. She said, good evening, everyone. You look beautiful tonight, Miss Whitney. Thank you. I'm celebrating Black History Month, being the first day. Not for nothing, you guys. That's it. So let's go ahead and get into everything because we have a fun-filled packed night, like I said, okay? Now, the little update that I wanted to tell you guys when it comes to the whole Tasha K situation is that you guys have been hearing that, you know, the transcripts are upwards of $1,300. I'm here to let you know that sounds about right. But more so what I'm thinking that they are gathering all of the days that the trial transpired. Because I can be honest with you, the transcripts from the R. Kelly case were anywhere from $200 to $300. Yeah, and that was for a day. That was for a day. So it was at one point in time where your girl was joined in with Atlas. And then it was at one point in time where I was just fitting for myself. Okay. So not for nothing, they're very expensive. Okay. And that's why I'm not going to lie, I was giving a lot of people the side eye and, you know, looking at them, you know, I'm saying crazy because I'm like, don't be questioning me reading and stuff like that when, you know, okay. So not for nothing, we are going to be reading those transcripts, okay? But tonight, I just wanted to clarify the 1,300 that you guys have been hearing. I think it was from infamous Sylvia and a few other people that were putting a number out there. I'm not going to lie to you, it sounds realistic, okay? You'll be surprised. These transcripts, especially when you get them hot off the press, how expensive they can be, okay? So not for nothing, I just wanted to give you guys that little snippet. Okay, now we're about to head into the gospel stuff. Okay, now y'all know I've been bringing y'all just back to back updates when it comes to this R. Kelly trial, and it's not going to change. The more stuff that comes in, the more you guys will know. I've been refreshing that docket like, baby, it owed me something. Okay, and so we're going to get into this first thing, this first haul. Okay. Now, as you guys know, I reported to you guys, I want to say earlier in the week, some days ago, how your boy Kenick, let me go ahead and get him on the screen. Okay. I'm gonna be sharing my screen with y'all a lot of cases because we got a lot that we gotta get through and comb through. Okay. All right, so boom, here's your boy Kenick. Okay. He said chunking up the deuces. So all right, he is gone. Okay, he's gone. All right, he submitted and it got approved. Like I want to say the same day. Okay, so not for nothing, mechanic is gone. Thank you, Spanish. Harlem says just subscribe. Thank you. Welcome to Whitney DTV. I hope you enjoyed. If not, let me know. Okay, I'm always open for suggestions. Okay, all right. So welcome. Anywho, okay. So we know, okay. I already told you guys. I informed y'all from the Gus, okay. The as soon as it happened, okay. Because your girl, look, don't think that I'm just that thirsty when it comes to R. Kelly stuff. My husband's right over there. Like anytime we get them kids sleep, we be binge watching shows. We be up, okay. And I tend to. I'm a night owl. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'll be up all hours of the night. And I just so happen to refresh the docket, and there be new stuff in there. They tend to submit stuff real late. Okay, for those, hey Karen, for those that are watching the docket too, I'm telling you, like 10, 11, 12, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, they be submitting documents. Okay, and y'all know here at Whitney DTV, we are what? We're about evidence over emotion.
What up, Witness Nation? Now, you know we're super sleuths over here. We all about the facts. Evidence over emotions. Let's see what we've discovered.
All right. So as you guys heard, it is what it is. Okay. So we are going to comb through all of the latest updates when it comes to this appeal with R. Kelly. And like I've been saying since day one, us on this side that are more so supportive of the victims, we want him to have a fair trial. We want him to be able to get a fair trial because we want the justice that's going to be served to these victims to be legit. Okay. So don't get it misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? We don't want him to rot in jail unless it's warranted to him. Now, officially, the New York trial case is over. It's done. Okay. Don't get it misconstrued and think that this appeal process has anything to do with that trial. No, that's the reason why it's an appeal. If it was the same as the following trial that he got convicted of, it wouldn't be an appeal. So we are done with the New York. Okay, we are in the back row of Chicago right now. All right, we have surpassed, okay, New York, okay, but we are in the phases of an appeal, okay. And to be honest with you, the reason why this is so important to the supporters is because we want to see if they're actually going to be able to get this dropped, okay? If they do, don't get it misconstrued and think anybody, not me. I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for the likes of any other commentator or YouTuber that supports the victims. I'm not going to sit up here and say, "Oh well, he wasn't guilty." He was guilty in some way, shape, or form. They finagled the system. Period. I'm not going to change on that. I'm a double completely down and say the freaking system is janky if they let this get overturned, okay? Because no shade, no tea. We all know Bill Cosby did it. The nigga said he did, okay? The only reason why that he got off was by default, okay? They used information that they said that they wasn't going to, and that's how it got done. Don't get it misconstrued. Bill Cosby's situation and R. Kelly's situation are totally two different extremes in two different situations. Okay. Now, question: does he qualify for an appeal? Yes. Why? Because according to what the research that I've been reading up on, you have to had been not found guilty for at least one of your charges, right? And he has. It was the one, if you guys don't remember, it was the one with the interviewer that came over there and she felt she drunk something and her story was weird and was up and down and was all over the place. She couldn't remember and all this stuff like that. He didn't get found guilty for that. So that opened up the crack for him to be able to get an appeal. All right. Now people are saying all this about his bail and stuff like that or whatever the case may be and all this other stuff that has nothing to do with anything because what happened in the courthouse happened in the courthouse. Evidence was there, and he was found guilty and convicted of all the other charges. Okay, so what brings us here to the process of the appeal process is this. Okay, thank you, Karen, for the $20 cash app. Thank you, beautiful. Thank you so very much. I love y'all so very much. Thank you, thank you. So, and y'all, I will be coming out with some evidence over emotion teas coming real soon. Okay, I got y'all. All right. But anyways, they trying to get the RICO overturned. Yeah, good luck with that. Worst case, if it is reversed on appeal, best believe they retry. He is into deep regardless. That's what I'm saying. What they have to understand is that if this gets overturned or whatever the case may be, it's just going to be a retrial. Now, unfortunately, the reason why I would hate that is because these victims went through enough to have them constantly keep reliving it and basically reproving that what they went through was real. I don't know if they're going to have a lot of the victims come out again. You get what I'm saying? So that's the only issue that I have with doing a retrial. But if you really ask me, once we get into these updates, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm gonna show you why. Travis says it's not happening. Nothing but hopes, dreams, and wishes on that side. That's how I feel. But we're gonna tickle their fancy. We're gonna tickle their fancy. I know what we fair over here. We're gonna tickle their fancy, okay? All right. So as we know, like I said, Cannon Mechanic was after Greenberg to leave, okay, New York. I'm under the impression that these attorneys, the counsel is supposed to ride with you to the ends of the earth. I'm still not aware that this process that they're doing is normal. Let the other side have it. Oh, this is how it goes. I don't think so. But I digress. I'm gonna show you the reason why I feel the way I do. Y'all know me. I'm gonna break it down, okay? But it's a build up, all right? So we already know that Kenneth the mechanic, okay, in their words, chunked up the deuces, okay? We didn't really get clarity as to why he just filed the withdrawal, right? And stated that Jennifer has it, basically, okay? Then we had the likes of Scholar come and state the exact same place. Jennifer got it. We're good. And I told y'all in that video that I was just kind of like, what? Like, it was just weird because it's just like every last one of his representatives dropped. Then I let you guys know that she had until Thursday to submit her documents or evidence or whatever for the appeal trial. Well, I want to say, what did I report today? That she filed a motion to extend, okay, the date, 2 weeks, citing that your boy got the bug, if you get my drift, okay, and we were made aware. Now, you guys also know that in that video, we proved that to be a lie. Was no media talking about R. Kelly having anything in the past days. Well, shoot, let me rewind. In the past hours, in the past days, in the past weeks, in the past month, or months following, did we hear anything about your boy getting the bug? But as super sleuth as I am, I did, however, hear that he got that jab. Several of them, if I'm not mistaken. So how is it that he got it? But you know, that's another video. That's my whole conspiracy hat, okay? But I digress. Let's say he got it or whatever. Cool. How convenient that he got the bug and nobody at all heard anything about these allegations. But citing that that's one of the reasons why they needed the more time, because they couldn't even get to see him. Also, citing that the jailhouse was closed and they didn't know when they were going to be able to get back into the space. Specifically says, I write respectfully to request a final 2 weeks extension until February 17th, in which to file Mr. Kelly's post-trial motions. The government does not object to this request, although undersigned counsel, and we're going to get into that, okay? But let me fast forward, okay? She goes into talking about the bug, okay, if you know what I'm talking about, okay? But they said they arranged several ones for afterwards. Inquiring minds would like to know, and if it could just be me. Exactly. Thank you. Inquiring minds would like to know, though, how is it that you already got dated Zoom meetings for an ailment that you don't know when it will let up? Some skeptics say that if you had the jab, that you heal quicker, you heal sooner. I beg to differ because as y'all know, and you know, just my perspective, that actually me and my husband, when we had it, we healed up quicker. When in lieu of my family member who actually gave it to us, who had the jab, was still dealing with it. But that's neither here nor there. But it was just kind of funny to me that off the cusp, they already had dates of Zoom meetings arranged for this pre-dated date that they were hoping for, which is the 17th. Kind of weird that they already kind of knew that, you know, they were going to submit this request for an extension. But that's neither here nor there, okay? Let me tell you what is interesting to me, okay? And mind you, this request got granted. It did get granted, but I want to share my screen with you guys because y'all know I just want to get into I want to get into it. I want to get into the me pull this up. I want to get into the document. Okay. If y'all would just tickle my fancy for a little bit, I want to get into this document and I just want to pick at it. Share my screen with you guys real quick. All right, so this is the document, okay? Let me do this real quick. Oh, not that one. Okay. I'm looking for it. All right. Let me pull up something for you guys. I'm gonna press play. This is a video. Now, first and foremost, do y'all see that? I don't know if y'all can see it. You know what? Let me actually pull up the document because y'all, we're about to dissect this particular document. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. Yeah, right, Shawty. She said, game over for R.KELLY. It is. But again, y'all know me. I like to tickle they fancy. So let's do it, shall we? Let me pull up this doc. Okay, here it is. Let me pull this up. And this is the original form, okay? Okay. So if you guys see here on the screen, it was just some weird stuff to me, okay? Very, very weird stuff to me. First and foremost, you see the filing, you see the date, December 31st, 2022. Now, I mean, I look, I understand you may get like the month off, but December, we're well in. But anyways, so that was a mishap to cause them to have to resubmit it. Okay. But let's get into the read of this. Okay. Let's get into the document. All right. Let's get into this read. Okay. Hold on. Let me turn this background music. Let me take this background music off. All right. Let's get into the read of this. Okay. And some things that just stood out with me. Let me just get right to it, okay? Down here, when they get to talking about the lawyers, okay? She states, secondly, Mr. Kelly made. So again, Mr. Kelly, meaning R.KELLY, made the important decision of parting ways with his trial team. Literally, he's left with no one but her at this point. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. This decision required serious consideration and, of course, demanded that, and her being a lawyer, I don't know if she proofread this. She should have, but I'm thinking she says, and of course, I demanded that Mr. Kelly confer with the members of his trial. So if I can paint the picture for you, okay, this is how I feel like that it went. Kelly, as he's been doing, as we know, in a lot of factors in this trial, thinking that he knows more than everybody, right? That's that social narcissistic individual that he is, right? Thinking that he's above. We know this pattern. We saw it in the likes of when he did the Gayle King interview. To hear from the mouth of Azriel say that he felt like he did good. He wanted to celebrate. He put on the show, right? And we looking like, nigga, did you just not see how much of a butt that you made of yourself? So to hear that, basically, here he is again, thinking he knows more than attorney. For her to say that I demanded that Mr. Kelly confer with the members of the trial team. This is the reason why I said something's not clean in the buttermilk. Something is not right. This cookie is crumbling. Listen to this part. Mr. Canick and Mr. Scholar have already moved to withdraw from the case. Did you see how that wording went? She's telling Kelly, you need to talk to your counsel. Nowhere in there did that seem to happen, because as you hear Mr. Canick and Mr. Scholar already chunked up the deuces. Why is that? Wouldn't you as counsel want to give your farewell, last little hoorah? Quite funny again how Greenberg was talking all that gangster. He left off of the Illinois trial, citing again Mr. Kelly, basically, that they just couldn't work together. Not the attorneys. No, it wasn't the other counterparts that he had to work with. It was Kelly. That basically they had irreconcilable differences, that they just could not work it out. Here we are again with Miss Bonjean asking him, before you make this decision, Kelly, my professional advice would be for you to confer with your counsel. But I take it that Mr. Canick and Mr. Scholar were just done at this point. And they already put in a withdrawal, so he couldn't really confer with them at this point. Okay? Goes on to say, also, and this is why I say he has nobody but her. It continues, and this is the document in which the judge got. Counsels Blank Becker and Fornella, and y'all know we know them very well. We heard them throughout the transcripts. Have asked that undersigned counsel sign a substitution of counsel, which they intend to file with this court in short course, and they did so. And we got those documents, and we're gonna hear tonight, if you have not already, what the judge stated. As such, Mr. Kelly respectfully seeks a final extension until February 17th for the filing of his motions. Look here, okay? You need your undersigning. Upon me doing my research, the undersigning will help Bonjean. And with that being their client, you will want, that would be great to get this overturned. To be a part of that too would be phenomenal. But weirdly enough, instead of them backing off too, they want to be substituted. That's when I said, I don't think that this has too much really to do with R.KELLY or the counsel. My eyes start turning on Jennifer at this rate. Why? These counsels don't seem, these two particular council members don't seem as though they want to go anywhere. Be it that they rather be substituted than leave. Why not just leave, right? I mean, Canick, Scholar, Greenberg did. But counsels Blank, Becker, and Farnella preferably rather take a substitute. So it didn't really sit right with me. Well, it didn't really seem to sit right with the judge either, because upon the submission, okay, let me get this pulled up. Upon the submission of this particular request, this is what the judge had to say. This is very small, okay? So I'm a drag and read, okay? I'm gonna read it to you, but we're gonna actually read the overall. I have a larger text out that I'm gonna read from, but I want you to see the docket, okay? This is the docket, and as you guys see, it's today. The order wasn't granted. Now, if you guys have been seeing me post and talk about these submissions, hey, House of Princess. Hey. Okay. Thank you, House of Princess. I love you. Good luck on your meeting. All the other orders of motion that they've submitted have been granted. Fairly fast, I might ask. Fairly fast. Within hours of the submission, it's been granted. This one's different. Goes on to say order. Nothing else. It don't say nothing else. The court has received 265, which was the first one that we read, which had the wrong date. They had to then resubmit the same document with the updated date. Okay, and they did that with the errors corrected. Oh, that's probably keep on that. So it goes on to say, receive 265 as well as 266. Both counsel's motions to substitute counsel. Then she hits them with the rule. Local Civil Rule 1.4 provides an attorney who has appeared as attorney of record for a party may be relieved or displaced only by order of the court and may not withdraw from a case without leave of the court granted by order. So let's read that back. Only by order of the court and may not withdraw from a case without leave of the court granted by order. But they're not requesting a leave. Weirdly enough, they're requesting a substitute. Such an order may be granted only upon a showing by affidavit or otherwise of satisfactory reason. Come on, y'all. I'm getting there. I hope you're following along. Come on, class. We got this. All right, Witness Nation. Y'all know what it is. All right. You're gathering me, right? That's why I call bullshit. And I think Judge Donnelly did too. Such an order may be granted only upon a showing by an affidavit or otherwise of satisfactory reason for withdrawal or displacement and the posture of the case, including its position. Now, if any, on the calendar, and whether or not the attorney is asserting a retaining, retaining or charging lien. All applicants to withdraw must be served upon the client and unless excused by the court upon all other parties. Okay? Local Civic R 1.4 Counsel is directed to file a motion in accordance with Local Civil Rule 1.4 ordered by the judge. Now, bet you're wondering, like, what, Whitney, what does this mean? So I went to it because y'all know, again, we're about evidence over emotions here. I don't just, I do thorough research, okay? So what is this local motion? Okay, are we talking about the freaking song Locomotive? Okay, no, we're not talking about that, y'all. Well, I'm gonna read it further, and I'm going to tell you my theory because, again, I'm not no lawyer. Okay, I just use common sense, and it's got me so far, far in life. Okay, so I went. All right, hey Monique, I went and I did my own little research and what the judge said to be so. But I wanted to give you further context. Okay, I want to give you further context in regards to what this particular rule means. I keep looking over here because I'm looking at my monitor, y'all. Just FYI. Committee notes. The committee recommends that local civil rule 1.4 be amended to require that the affidavit in support of a motion to withdraw state whether or not a retaining or charging lien is being asserted. And to clarify that all applicants to withdraw must be served upon the client. And unless excused by the court upon all other parties, this is not meant to preclude the court from permitting the reasons for withdrawal to be stated in camera and under seal in an appropriate case. It is also not meant to preclude substitution of counsel by a speculation which has been signed by counsel, the counsel's client, and all other parties in which has been so ordered by the court. So what this got me to believe is that Judge Donnelly, hey, Surviving Beauty, hey, beautiful, Judge Donnelly is calling bullshit too. She wants a little more information as to why the counsel would like to be substituted. Now, I know you're probably like, but what does it matter about them being substituted? I want to show you the submitted consent of a substitution. I'm gonna show you both of them. Okay, these are for the people that for whatever reason didn't watch my videos. Okay, but these were not. I did not show these in the videos. But I just wanted to take a look at these documents. Okay. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm worried for your boy. I'm not even gonna lie. Thank you, Honey Bunches. My lippy is by Shea Michelle Cosmetics, and it's I want to say G.I. Jane, if I'm not mistaken. But Shea Michelle Cosmetics, check it out in the description box. You'll see all the colors. Okay, her colors are vibrant. Check this document out, though. Check this document out, y'all. Again, this was submitted on behalf, and I'm going to put my little self over here. This was submitted on behalf of Kelly. Okay? I want to point something out to you guys. If we go down and read the lines, it says the follow. Notice, is hereby given that subject to approval by the court, Robert Sylvester Kelly substitutes Jennifer Bonjean, Esquire, State Bar number, disregard, as counsel of record in place. In place of who he already got. She been doing just fine. They lost, but in place of somebody who's been there. weirdly enough, Jennifer is going to replace her. Get it? I'm confused by that. Oh, I was trying to take the highlights off. But Jennifer is going to replace her? But why? It doesn't even say why. Like, why? Why would you come in as new as you are and take the place of somebody who's been there? Although, yes, Trina, you're working the appeal process, but these undersigning counsel will be very beneficial for your research. Unless, like I said, she may just have a team of people that she's bringing in, but it just doesn't make sense. Then we go to the second submission of the other attorney. Okay. Let me see if it's on the screen. Hold on, because I can't see with my playback. Okay, good. Here is the second one, right? And the second one states the same. Notice is hereby given that subject to approval by the court, Robert Sylvester Kelly substitute Jennifer as counsel of record in place of Farnella. Everybody's consenting signature. However, why? Why is she coming in and disrupting his foundation? Now, again, I don't give two shits. Y'all know I can care less. But if we want to be fair, it just seems weird to me that she comes in and disrupt that. It's weird to me that before debriefing or briefing the next attorney, Canic, chunks of the deuces and scholars with them, but these other two are not. My theory, and like I said, that's the reason why I wanted to talk to you guys about it. My particular theory is that they're being pushed out. I feel as though that they are being pushed out. Now, and I made this statement in the R.KELLY group. Wow. Y'all. Yo. Just in. Farnella has withdrawn. Farnella has withdrawn as his counsel. No longer substituting, but withdrawing. Wow. Y'all, the third attorney has withdrawn. Let me get the document. The third attorney has withdrawn. You're hearing it now. The third attorney has withdrawn from R.KELLY's case. Let me pull this up. Wow, 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 wow. Yo. Let's see the reasoning again for this one. Y'all just seen it. What's today? February 1st. This is document 267. 267. Yet. Oh, Lord, I can't make this up. So it went from a substitution to now withdrawal. See, I told y'all what is transpiring. Y'all gonna put some respect on my name. What is transpiring is that they try to put that bogus ass substitution in. Judge Donnelly said, get us? Like, why? I'm confused. Why would you want to substitute? Because they really didn't want to go nowhere. Let's be real. They getting pushed out, like I said. But that's neither here nor there. What had happened is that since that substitution didn't work, oh, well, we just withdraw. Funny how at one point you wanted to substitute, but now you want to withdraw? It don't make sense. I'm telling y'all, between Bonjean and Kelly, something's not right. Y'all. I'm just, y'all. I'm sharing this, y'all. Whoa. Y'all are hearing it now. Let's read this document. Yet another one. Cornella. Say, man, say. Let's hear what he had to say. Dear Judge Donnelly, the law office of Thomas A. Farnella, PC, is currently one of the lawyers in the matter for Robert S. Kelly. I was one of Mr. Kelly's attorney during his trial, which concluded. Oh, y'all hear that right? Okay, let me get back on this screen. Y'all hear that right? Concluded. It's over. For everybody that's under this illusion that it's not over. The fat lady done sang. She done sharted. Okay, she farted. She belched. She's sleeping in a nap. Oh, wait, she's up. She's singing again. It's over. Concluded. Okay, concluded. It's over. Told y'all, an appeal process is totally different from this trial. The trial is done. That's why they're appealing it. It's done. You can't appeal something that's still going. But I digress. What do I know? On September 24, 2021. Now on September 27, 2021, the jury returned a verdict. Thereafter, Robert Sylvester Kelly retained the Bonjean Law Group PLLC. Jennifer Bonjean Esquire filed a notice of appearance on October 29, 2021. Ms. Bonjean is handling all matters moving forward, including the post-trial motions, which are due on February 17, 2022. I am respectfully requesting that I be permitted to withdraw as Robert Sylvester Kelly consents to this request. Based on the foregoing, I am respectfully requesting that I be permitted to withdraw as one of Robert Sylvester Kelly's defense counsel in this case. Respectfully submitted. God damn. Y'all, we were literally just talking about the substitution. Y'all gonna put some respect on my name. I be knowing what I be talking about. I told y'all. I said that don't sound right. You either want to go or you want to stay. But clearly, it's an issue between counsels, and either Kelly is trying to get rid of you because he got all this hope in this white woman, or it could very well be that you're getting pushed out and smothered by Bonjean, because it was just weird for me for these set of lawyers to chunk up the deuces, and then these other two just want to be substituted. We'll stay, but however you want to do your thing, we'll be here. It didn't make sense to me, and clearly it didn't make sense to Judge Donnelly. So they said, oh, well, hell, freak it. We're going to deuces. You know, I knew it. I told y'all. It just didn't sound right. And Judge Donnelly saw that and was just like, what? I mean, y'all got to come with some more. And they're all saying Jennifer. Jennifer got it. Jennifer. I don't know, man. Y'all saw no shade on TK, Tasha K. Y'all saw she bet on white and it didn't do it right. Okay, now she on close to $4 million now. So I mean, you can't just always assume that the white person is gonna free you. No shade to my white subscribers. Y'all know I love y'all. Let me see what y'all gotta say, man. Y'all just heard it here. And I bet you what's going to happen now is that you're going to see the other one. And I saw somebody in the comments say how many is left. He only got one of his original attorneys left. One. He has only one left, and I think they're going to be next. I'll probably refresh the bag on the screen, and they done already submitted their motion. Oh, no, they got one, which is Nicole. Nicole is still there, basically. But y'all remember, I showed y'all the substitute of motion for Nella. Who's left is Nicole Becker. Nicole Becker is left. Dang. Okay, let me get into these comments real quick before we go into the read. Golly. So yes, Travis, the only one left now is Nicole. But I guarantee you today, possibly today, because I see what they're doing. They didn't get the substitution approved, so they're just withdrawing. Do I agree with this? Not really, because these were the original people. Although they came in on the tail end themselves, they've been there. So for him to put everything in Bonjean, it's kind of risky. I mean, maybe they know something that we don't, but I doubt it. Go, go, go. Who's next? In my hip hop Harry voice, right? Ernestine says, hello, Whitney, in chat driving, but I'm listening. Thank you, Ernestine. Travis says, don't worry, R.KELLY coming home before Easter. Right? Now, yeah, right? That's true. I'm about to say he'll be here by the summertime. Let them say it. Child, I can't. She cleaning house. In the brief, it says Kelly is departing with his defense team, meaning everyone. They probably just bucked Jennifer or tried to prolong, maybe because of money owed. Yeah. Mind you, he went through a lawyer or two before the trial even started, right? He did. He did, Bonnie Honey Bunches. Pretty profile, gorgeous. Yes, he did. He did. They came in on the tail end of the matter. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, Farnella, y'all. Dang. Hold on, y'all. Dang. Wow, 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 wow. Golly, y'all. I seriously, I don't know how really I feel about this. I mean, I can give two craps, y'all know, like respectfully. But I'm just saying, it weirdly, it's just kind of like, I don't know if this is good for him. I don't know if this is good for him. Yeah. But anyways, Yes, we're going to take a short break. That is the conclusion of the update when it comes to this appeal. We got now, since they pushing Ish back, the 17th is when we'll be able to see some kind of progression in the submission. Now, this is it. Like she stated, this will be the final submission of extension. Okay, so they can't submit again, and I probably think if they did, that the judge will throw it out or whatever the case may be. But if they submit, then if I'm not mistaken, the judge, then has until March, so we'll know a response by the following month as to what they decided or whatever. Child, that is interesting. Dang, I can't believe that just happened right now. Not for nothing, you guys. We're going to take a very, very short, quick break. When I come back, we are going to read the final pages of Soulless, and then we're going to wrap things up, okay, you guys? So I pray you guys are hanging in there with me, and I'll see you back here soon.
What up, you guys? Whitney D here with Whitney DCD, and we have merch!
Sorry, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Make it rain on me. Thank you, Ernestine, for the $25 cash app. Thank y'all so very much. Thank y'all. Seriously, I appreciate y'all so very much. Let's see what you guys say. Bonnie says, no, they're not saying he coming home. Yes, they are. Where you been, Bonnie? Girl, yes, they are. They are. Adams did it live the other day because he was on I guess this guy his cousin's channel. I don't name names like this over there, but anyways, he went on there to engage in a conversation, and they were literally talking about if they do things this way, that he'll be home before you know it. And I'm just like I said, and I said this before, and I repeat myself. I would have better respect for the other side if they just chalked it up and said, you know what, they proved their case in court. It is what it is. Let's move on to Chicago. No, they are adamant that the witnesses lied. When I say they all lied, not just and it's just so weird that this man can do no wrong. When they were stumbling and fumbling on the defense side with their witnesses, they lied. Are we going to forget about that? We're going to forget the officer that said that he didn't see nobody underage, and then confirm that he saw Aaliyah, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Then, we had the dude that said that he was with R.KELLY for 15 years, never saw anything, and traveled with him and toured with him and couldn't name a tour. Lies. Okay, so everybody lied. No shade, no tea. Did the victims? Yeah, I'm right here saying it, but not in the aspect in which you think, like, oh, they were just lying about their stories. No, some of that stuff happened years ago, and the memory didn't serve them well. Just like the one who got ruined. I think she did have an experience. The reporter, I just think that when you tunnel vision, like not remembering stuff, like it's been years and years and years ago. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. That's neither here nor there. But to sit up here and act as if this man didn't do anything, it's just asinine to me. It's weird. It's weird. But yes, girl, they are going around talking about that he's getting out. That's a different type of delusion right there. It is. You will be surprised. You will be surprised. They are very delusional over there. I'm realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, period, poo. I'm not going to sit up here and play with myself. When they were lying on the trial, on the standing, when I didn't understand some stuff, when I got a different perspective, y'all saw me. Clear as day, I was calling, do. And she's like, what? So, you know what I'm saying? I will call because I just need clarity. I don't care. I'm going to ask my question. But anyways, you guys, welcome back. We're going to go ahead and go into the end of this particular video where I read the remaining pages of Soulless. Now, if you guys aren't aware, we have been reading Soulless, okay, for some months now. We took it up after I read Solar Coaster, which is R.KELLY's autobiography. And I had people rolling, but I was like, my husband had to tell me when it was auto. He didn't write it, okay? So I was like, right, because hey, but anyways, I digress. So after reading that, we took a vote, and that's what I tend to do. I let you guys know the books before I'm going to read them to get you guys' opinion about it, because this is your channel, you guys. I'm just the face of it, okay? But I am here for the people. This is your safe place, and so yeah, I take your suggestions. You know what I'm saying? As long as you keep it cute. Hey, Flawless. Good evening. So we're at the tail end of Soulless, okay? And I do have some ideas of the next books that I'm going to read. But if you have an idea or whatever, let me know, okay? I don't mind reading, okay? I actually talked to Geronda. She's actually okay with me reading her books and just reading them in their entirety. So I'm all for it. You know, I'm here if you guys are up to it, okay? But I'm gonna go ahead and get into this good old read, okay? But before, PSA.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high.
Nope, this ain't it. You are tuned into a realistic, unprofessional perspective reading of this book. So that means stumbles, fumbles, and sometimes an occasional mispronunciation of words. So if you are looking for the audible of this book, go buy it yourself. Or feel free to mute me and read on your own. Otherwise, sit back and be grateful. You are tuned into a live reading with Whitney D.
All right, you guys, we are back. Now, before I get into it, okay, yeah, we are going to read and insert. Okay, so you guys go grab. Okay, hold on. Let me come back on this screen. Okay, go grab your Kool-Aids. Okay, I promise you, this is all it is. Okay. This mixture is actually, and check it out, it is the fruit punch with lemonade. Okay, now my secret is I put 2.5 cups of sugar. You're gonna thank me for later. Okay, it's right there before you get sugar diabetes. Okay, you're not just running to go get a shot, but you're almost there. Okay. Y'all know we don't sip tea over here, nor that we drink wine. We indulge in Kool-Aid because we down to earth. All right, you guys. So let me go ahead and get into this insert in regards to Soulless, and we are going to be wrapping up. Those that are coming in that were interested in getting the update when it comes to the appeal, run it back. Okay, run it back, and then you can come back here and hear the book. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. All right. In November 2000, Chicago journalist and music critic Jim received, oh, sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on with my screen. Oh, it's too big. Okay, let's do that. Okay, there we go. Sorry, y'all. My screen started tripping. Y'all can't see it, but anyways. In November 2000, Chicago journalist and music critic Jim received an anonymous fax that alleged R.KELLY had a problem with young girls. Weeks later, Jim broke the shocking story, publishing allegations that the R&B superstar and local hero had groomed girls, sexually abused them, and paid them off. The roguish My bad, y'all. Jim thought his work would have an impact. Instead, Kelly's career flourished. No one seemed to care. Not the music industry, not the culture at large, not the parents of numerous other young girls. But for more than 18 years, Jim stayed on the story. He was the one who was given the disturbing videotape that led to Kelly's 2008 child pornography trial, the one whose window was shot out, and the one whom women trusted to tell their stories of a meeting with the superstar at a classroom, a mall, a concert, or a McDonald's that forever warped the course of their lives. Soulless. The case against R. Kelly is Jim's masterpiece, a work of tenacious journalism and powerful cultural criticism. It tells the story of Kelly's career, Jim's investigations, and the world in which the two crossed paths, and brings the story up to the moment when things finally seem to have changed. Decades in the making. This is an outrageous, darkly riveting account of the life and actions of R. Kelly and their horrible impact on dozens of girls by the only person to tell it. Soulless. The case against R. Kelly. Let's go.
Y'all killing me with this. I can't help here.
Robert.
I can't help will. You're killing me, man. This ain't not about music. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to give Kelly a moment.
Man, y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me. Y'all trying to kill me. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with this. Y'all killing me with killing me, man. Trying to kill me. Killing me, man. Trying to kill me. You don't want to believe it. Trying to kill me. Killing me, man. Trying to kill me. I hope this camera keep going. Stupid R.KELLY. Fight for my life. Stupid R.KELLY. Do it right here. Stupid R.KELLY. Fight for my life. Stupid R.KELLY. Do it right here.
Felt like old times, y'all. We almost there. Don't worry. We're going to be doing a lot later when we get in the month of May. But let's go ahead and get this book over with, shall we? All right. We are finishing this book up, you guys. Okay, let me close up all these other windows. Okay. Close up all these other windows. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. We are on the final chapter, which is 15, called The Cult, okay? And we're on page 277, and there are a total of 304 pages. However, it does end sooner than the 304. So let's go ahead and get into these remainder pages, okay? So I hope you guys are ready. This last chapter has been very informative, and I don't think it's going to be any different as we read on, okay? So let's go. 15 months after my BuzzFeed News article about Kelly's cult, and 3 months before Lifetime aired Surviving R. Kelly, sorry, got choked up. Farrakhan spoke about the biggest R&B star of a generation. I had a 4-hour talk with R. Kelly, he began. The crowd booed and grumbled. Many wore street clothes and striking contrast to the sea of suits and white habits seen in photos of Malcolm X addressing packed rallies during the NOI's heyday. They had been in the ministry's thrall until he mentioned Kelly. His followers clearly weren't fans. No, Farrakhan said with a smile, shushing the voices of dissent. No. He came to our home with 6 of his friends. And I told him, I have had a message in my heart for you for over 20 years. And I'm so glad for the opportunity to share it with you. It was managed by a friend of mine. What's that brother's name? Farrakhan turned to the men sitting behind him on stage. Bear Hankerson, one said. Then the minister faced the crowd again. Barry Hankerson, he said. And Barry told me I'm going to get rid of him. The crowd gasped. Like me. They heard get rid of as kill. I said, Barry, be patient. Farrakhan continued in a rolling cadence. That boy is deeply spiritual. A man can't write no songs like that and not have God all up in him. Yeah, I know you lie. Yeah. But he's got to be cleansed. I do agree with that. Okay, Farrakhan, I see where you're going. I agree with that. I believe that, seriously, y'all, and forgive me, but if you don't, I don't care. I'm going to give my commentary along this. I believe that R. Kelly went down the wrong path. If you ask me, I believe he went down the wrong path. And I believe he does have a God-given talent. I really do. But I believe that spirit was placed in him when he went through all that sexual abuse. Hey, Aisha. Hey, DJ Cadillac. Hey, good evening, y'all. I believe that, with his sexual trauma, okay, that's what happened to him. But I do believe that he's spiritual. I do. He do need to be clean. Lucifer was the king of music, so I disrespectfully disagree with Farrakhan. Yes, he was the prince of the airways. Come on now. But again, where Lucifer messed up at, he wanted to be God. He wanted his position. See, when you think yourself higher than you ought to, that's when the problem comes in, okay? So let's continue. Okay. Do you understand what I'm saying? The ministry's voice grew louder with every word, and now the crowd cheered him on. All of you in here have done something wrong, but you are not evil people. Somebody's got to reach into you and bring out the God that's in you and clear you of your evil. With that, Farrakhan got a standing ovation and moved on to other subjects. Here's my thing. And I am going to be going in and out this commentary because it's on like 8 pages. We're going to be out here real soon. That's true what Farrakhan said, but let me tell you, you trifling Christians, okay? You fake ones, all right? You're going to stop playing with God, and you're going to put some respect on my Father's name. You can't keep, this ain't double dutch in this piece. You can't keep going back and forth. The word of God says that you got to pick what you're going to do, because otherwise God will spew you out of his mouth. And know that he will turn your, I'm about to say something else, behind over to a reprobated mind. What's a reprobated mind? Meaning that you got your mind made up, that you know you're doing wrong, but you're in it and you're going to go full-fledged. So he will turn you over to that and be like, okay? So don't get it misconstrued. Yeah, we all fall short. That's what the word is. But it's what you do when you get up from that. Do you fall and get back on the bike and go and do the same thing that you were doing that caused you to fall off of it? Or do you redirect yourself and try something different? Now, if you end up in the same place there afterwards, then that's understandable, but you try to do something different. This nigga got countless of years where he continues to do the same stuff over and over and over. So much so, what I tell y'all when we was reading Roller Coaster, he's a freak of habit. A freak of habit, so much so that he played basketball, as we heard in the transcripts, every day at the same time. He went to the studio every day at the same time. He had sexual relationships with them the same way. Nothing was spontaneous. Miss me with that Farrakhan, and he twisted his darn self. Anyways, time for no Farrakhan. Yeah, oh, Aaron, I'm drinking Kool-Aid. It's just Kool-Aid. My husband trying to make it look fancy, baby. It's Kool-Aid. With that, Farrakhan got a standing ovation and moved on to other subjects. Was any of the talk of violence serious, or was it all just talk? Starstruck, the book, Kelly's former lover and confidant Kim Delaney called a thinly fictionalized account of their friendship. The R&B star Ben says of the aunt of a girl trying to destroy him with a videotape, "I need her done." You know what I mean? A member of Kelly's crew made the mentioning comment that if Hankerson tried to testify at the trial, he probably wouldn't have made it to Chicago. In one of the few transcripts of a closed hearing that Judge Vincent Gaughan unsealed, prosecutors said they were considering pressing charges based on a sworn statement by Lisa Van Allen that Darrell McDavid said he should have murked her. Now, Farrakhan claimed Hankerson said of Kelly, I'm going to get rid of him." Was any of that true? I wasn't eager to find out, but nobody ever got murked. As far as I know. I asked Hankerson in early 2019 about Farrakhan's comments, and he gave me a rare response via text. "The minister prays for the worst of the worst. That's why he's the minister. However, he has guided me well. ASA, that's ASA, as in Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you." The number of times Hankerson has spoken publicly since he split from Kelly in 2000 can be counted on one hand. He and his son Jomo continue to oversee the record legacy of Aaliyah, whose large following remains intensely loyal, though her status is now nowhere near that of many departed musical greats. You won't find most of her music online until now. Stephen Witt wrote in a long and well-reported article for Complex in late 2016, Aaliyah's most popular, most important works, the albums, One in a Million and Hey Baby, and Aaliyah, and late career singles like Are You That Somebody, aren't available for streaming or sale on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, or any other online music service until now. Hey, Karen. Oh, okay. I'm about to say, hey, Karen. She's saying hi. Okay. Ironically, the only record that is available is the one produced by Kelly. Age ain't nothing but a number. The one the Hankersons don't control. Only her uncle, mysterious music industry executive Barry Hankerson, knows why. Hankerson did not talk to Wit. But in mid-2018, he did speak briefly to Geoff Eggers of the Washington Post. Hankerson said he was legally prohibited from discussing Kelly. Ooh. Interesting, Eggers wrote. When asked if he had regrets, Hankerson grew emotional. Let me tell you something. I'm a Muslim, he said. I do my prayers every day, and I lost my niece in a plane crash. And please excuse my language, but I don't really give a fuck about none of them people you're talking about. None of Aaliyah's other family members ever talked about her to the media, and most remained silent even after surviving R.KELLY prompted renewed interest in their daughter's relationship with the singer. Her mother, Diane Holton, did curtly deny that Aaliyah ever had sex with Kelly. Child, see these are the parents. Okay, these are the parents that irritate me. Okay, Rashonda Landfair's parents trifling behind, and Aaliyah's. She got pregnant, she got married, but nothing was going on. I don't like that. Even although y'all, hold on, let me do this real quick. Let me hit y'all with this good old PSA.
Today I saw a ladybug, and it's so crazy because Whitney used to always call me Ladybug, and we used to have thousands of ladybugs in Virginia come summertime. We used to open up all the windows, and thousands of ladybugs would just come into the house. They would fly into the house, and it would just be the most beautiful thing ever. And I saw a ladybug today, and it made me think of Whitney. That's so crazy. It really made me think of Whitney.
I'm that Whitney, okay? All right. I don't know too many Whitney YouTubers that cover the R.KELLY trial that's in association with Azriel, because y'all tried me. Okay, I'm the Whitney that she's talking about, okay? But I wanted to put that out there because some of y'all be bothered when I talk about anything when it comes to the Clarys, okay? So that's a PSA, all right? Tread lightly, okay? But anyways, I want to say this because y'all get on the Clarys, Savages and Onsword, but you got parents like this. And I say that because even the Clarys sat on with Gail and said they daughter lied to them. Okay, she lied. They didn't defend and go along with the go along like these parents that clearly did. The Landfairs who took money month after month, cars and gifts and trips, lying on the stand and stuff like that. Well, I know these parents right here, I have no respect for. None, yo. But anyways, I digress. Let's continue. But the most illuminating comment by anyone close to Kelly's most successful protege came from Damon Dash, her boyfriend, at the time of the plane crash. Broken up about her death and angry at his friend Jay-Z, Dash left the label he co-founded Rockefeller Records soon after Aaliyah's accident. He stopped talking to Jay-Z because he thought the rapper should have publicly condemned Kelly instead of heading out with him on the Best of Both Worlds tour. In early 2019, Dash recalled what Aaliyah shared about her relationship with Kelly. In an interview with Hip Hop Motivation, I remember Aaliyah trying to talk about it and she couldn't. She wouldn't just leave it at. That dude was a bad man. And I didn't really want to know what he did to the extent that I might feel the need to deal with it, just because that's what a man does. But it was just so much hurt for her to revisit it. It was like I wouldn't even want to revisit it without a professional. Whatever got done is terrible. During the trial and in the press, Kelly, his lawyers, and his handlers said they believed Hankerson and Sparkle were behind the video making its way to me. The Sun-Times and thus the police, I understood why many in the Black community troubled by someone's action and wanting to stop him might turn to a journalist before an officer of the law. Growing up in the hood, the number one rule was don't snitch. Kelly himself says in Solar Coaster. While I still don't know if the Hankerson Sparkle theory about the 2002 case is true, I did learn more about that videotape, and that was thanks to Twitter too. Now, after my friend and public radio colleague Peter Segal tweeted a flattering compliment about my work, a Chicago attorney named Ian Alexander DM'd me. He and Peter's brother Roger went to law school together. They're close friends, and their kids attend Hebrew school together in the suburbs. When Demetrius Smith was on the outs with Kelly in the fall of 1996, around the time he heard his old friend speak in the voice of the demon, Smith felt sorry for one of the high school girls Kelly had sexually contact with, Tiffany Hawkins. Smith brought Tiffany to the law firm of Susan E. Logans and Associates. It advertised a lot. Logans did a lot of radio and television interviews, and she seemed to get results. After passing the bar, Ian Alexander took his first job as a lawyer at Logan's firm. He was 25 and he loved music. He told me he always read my reviews and listened to sound opinions. When Smith brought Tiffany to the office, Logan's didn't want the case. Who's R.KELLY? It's not like he's Frank Sinatra, she said. Alexander insisted the singer was a big deal. Logan's took the case, and the young music-loving lawyer did all the work on the first legal claim accusing Kelly of having sex with underage girls. Now, Logan's never even met Tiffany, she admitted, and she didn't think highly of Alexander. I thought he was a smuck, she told me. The ill will was mutual. I was definitely a smuck by virtue of the fact that I worked for her and let her sell out these poor girls, Alexander said. That's something that I'll have to live with. Alexander is haunted by yielding to pressure from Logan's to settle the case as soon as Kelly's lawyers, Gerald Margolis and John M. Tughey, made their first offer of $250,000 in exchange for an NDA. The day after Tiffany's hair-raising 7.5-hour deposition, Abner Palash and I had never thought to call any other attorney working for Logan. So Alexander's name appeared on many of the 235 pages in Tiffany's legal file. We kicked ourselves for missing that step now, though Alexander says he couldn't have talked to us anyway because of attorney-client confidentiality. He was still reluctant to address Tiffany's case in 2019, but he did say one thing about his former client that shocked me. Tiffany initially wanted to press criminal charges. On her behalf, Alexander contacted the office of the Illinois State's attorney at the time, Jack O'Malley, but they chose not to pursue the case. Tiffany only filed her civil claim after law enforcement declined to act. Wow, that's interesting, you guys. That is very interesting because they were painting her out to be after money, right? Like all the girls are, right? After this fan of money that this Negro has. And the only reason why she went that route because the other route wasn't, paving the way, wasn't helping. But that's interesting. More than 2 decades of predatory behavior might have been stopped there in 1996. Ethical concerns didn't apply to the other surprising story Alexander told me because he never represented anyone connected with it. When I started reporting in late 2000, graphic Kelly videotapes were already floating around on the streets. They began showing up for sale as bootlegs in mid 2001. I remember because I saw one. Sure did. The first tapes and DVDs featured dancer Montana, Montina Woods, and the girl Abdom and I never identified. The crew Kelly played basketball with at the time included someone my sources alternately described as a thug, a guy from the street, and this dude originally from Philly. In his book and in interviews with me, Smith said the man's name was General. Okay. I failed to learn anything else about him, much less contact him. Smith said General sold the tape with Rashonda from Kelly's gym bag one night when the singer left it on the sidelines during a game at Hoops. It passed from the hands of a thief through the hands of street chiefs, gang leaders. Kim Delaney wrote in Starstruck when copies of the tape with Rashonda began to circulate among Kelly's hangers-on in the late 2001. Some were titillated, others were disgusted. Tapes of Kelly with legal age women were one thing. The tape of him violating a 14-year-old was something else. Sparkle told me she first heard about the tape on Friday, December 14, 2001, when two friends told her they seen it. On Tuesday, December 18th, a man visited her claiming to have been sent by a lawyer named Buddy Myers. He showed her the tape, which disgusted and infuriated her. She told me and said in her sworn testimony at the trial that she didn't know the man, and he left with the tape. Though he gave her a business card, the card was from the firm of Myers, Alexander and Koshner. That's Alexander as in Ian Alexander. He had quit Susan E. Logan's and Associates and started his own practice with two new partners, one of the Buddy Myers. Now, on Monday or Tuesday, December 17th or 18th, two men visited Alexander at his new firm's offices. They occupied part of a floor at 640 North LaSalle Drive, a block from the Rock and Roll McDonald's. The two men knew Alexander had represented Tiffany Hawkins. He understood how Kelly operated. He did right by Tiffany, and they wanted to talk to him. Alexander had met Demetrius Smith, and he knew the names of several members of Kelly's crew because he had worked on Tiffany's lawsuit for nearly 2 years. Now, he didn't recognize the men who came to his office, and he said he didn't know and could not remember their names. The men had a videotape they wanted to show him. The office didn't have a VCR, so Alexander and the two men went down the hall to Act One Studios, a now defunct performing arts school that rented space on the same floor. The tape the men showed Alexander included footage of Kelly with two different partners. The first, the men told him, was a girl named Rashonda. The second, they said, was gospel singer Dillion Richards. What? Okay, anyway, sorry. Who married New York Yankees outfielder Gary Sheffield. Wow. Alexander wanted nothing to do with the video of Richards and Kelly. I told the guys who brought it that I would not be a part of that scene, part of what seemed like a scheme to extort, blackmail Kelly regarding a consensual sexual relationship. Alexander wrote via email one of many such exchanges and interviews. I said if they did anything with that, they'd probably go to jail. That's the last time I ever thought about the second part of the tape. When we first spoke, Alexander didn't know the rest of the story about the tape of Kelly and Richards, but I suggested he look it up. Greg Mosley, the poor man's Jesse Jackson, later used a copy of that video in an attempt to grab $20,000 from Sheffield. Convicted of extortion, Mosley spent 2 years in prison. Alexander found the stories about Mosley, Richards, Sheffield, and extortion online. He also found Mosley's photos on the web. Mosley looked familiar. Here is what I think, Alexander wrote. Derek Mosley and his partner in crime brought that tape to me. I honestly have no idea who the other guy was. Mosley would not talk to me for this book. As it would most people of conscience, the tape of Kelly and Rashonda sickened Alexander. He told the two men who visited him that he would be willing to help the teenager if she wanted to file a lawsuit or press criminal charges against Kelly. They wanted Alexander to hold on to the tape, but he refused to keep child pornography in his office. They left with it, but said they would return with Rashonda and her family. Alexander scheduled the meeting. On Wednesday, December 19, 2001, Sparkle called the state's attorney office and talked to Robert Hellingoder. She called DCFS, Child Protective Services, and talked to a woman named Kim. Then she called me. She mentioned the name Buddy Myers, the one on the business card left by the man who visited her in all three calls. Myers had been vague when we spoke on December 20th. I have no idea why they threw my name around. I've heard some shuttlebutt, but that's all I'm at liberty to say. Soon after, Sparkle made her cold call to the state's attorney's office. Investigators visited Myers, Alexander, and Koshner. Alexander told them he didn't have a tape. They'd have to get a warrant if they wanted to search for a tape. No judge would grant a warrant to search a law office. And anyway, he was not representing anyone in connection to a tape yet. Alexander had the meeting on his calendar, and he believed Rashonda and one or more of her family members were driving to his office. He thinks he ordered a car service to bring them from Oak Park when Kelly's attorney, Ed Ginson, interceded. Wow, intercepted. Hey, Quana. Intercepted them. Either Ginson knew about the tape because the two men told Kelly they had it, or Sparkle called Kelly and gave him holy hell after she saw the tape of him and her niece. Sparkle would not talk to me again for this book. I don't know what Kelly and Ginson did next. Kelly certainly hasn't spoken to me, and Ginson, who is retired and alien, did not respond to my calls, emails, or letters. While they were running around with the tape, the two men may also have talked to some of the bootleggers who provided the knockoff VHS tapes, DVDs, and CDs for sale on street corners. The first Kelly sex videos with Montina Woods and the girl's abdomen I never identified had done good business. The new one would grab even more attention. I had talked to a vendor at the Maxwell Street Market in 1998 for a story about bootlegging, and I asked where he got his counterfeit goods. He looked at me as if I had two heads. It was as simple as getting up a few machines and hitting play on one and record on the others. Bigger operators either sold wholesale to vendors or left their wares on consignment. You get a better deal on consignment, he advised. He had heard music critics got a lot of advanced CDs, but you had to trust the guy who peddled your product to deliver your cut. Ginson and Alexander were friendly. Chicago is a very big, small town, and the legal scene is even smaller. Ginson called to apologize for hijacking the meeting Alexander thought he'd scheduled with Rashonda and her family. It was just business, no hard feelings. This was about 6 weeks before the tape arrived in my mailbox. Did that only happen because someone's original plan got derailed? Had one or more members of the Landfair family intended to sue, push criminal charges, or both? Ultimately, Rashonda and her parents, Greg and Valerie, remained loyal to Kelly and never spoke to anyone, media, or investigators. Alexander never saw the two men with the tape again. And he never spoke to the Landfairs or Sparkle. He followed every word about the case against R.KELLY in the papers through the 6-year wait for the trial. And once the proceedings started, his name didn't come up once. And he was glad it didn't. In the early spring of 2002, bootlegged copies of the tape appeared for sale on the streets, not only in Chicago, but in other big cities. As officials said at the press conference announcing Kelly's indictment, it was child porn, they noted. And they advised anyone who had a copy to destroy it. While I've long wondered about the path of the copy I got, what's important is that it was out there at all. The videotape was a dirty bomb, a radioactive weapon ready to be used against Kelly by someone out for a big payday, sickened by his treatment of young girls, or set on revenge for the damage he caused. Hankerson's niece, Aaliyah, had been hurt by Kelly. What really pushed Barry over the edge about really wanting to destroy Rob was that Aaliyah died and the guilt he felt. One of Kelly's handlers told me in early 2019, Rashonda was having sex with Kelly, and the teenager's parents weren't stopping it. Sparkle is still furious. I have a vendetta against him because of what he did to my niece, she told NBC's Dateline on January 18, 2019. Kelly's handlers claimed Sparkle and Hankerson were angry because their business deals with the star has soured. That may be true as well, but can anyone blame them or the hundreds of loved ones of girls Kelly hurt for hating him for any number of reasons. Now, Sparkle told me several times during the 6 weeks between when she first saw the tape and when we watched it together in the Sometimes video closet that she was frustrated that the state's attorney's office and DCFS weren't acting. Why couldn't they just go arrest Kelly already? And ask every time we spoke. No one seemed to be doing anything. Both Sparkle and Hankerson denied they personally dropped the tape in my mailbox. Hey, lady. Hey, lady. Hey, Lady A. Taylor. Hey, honey bunches. Yeah, it's okay. You're late. Come on in. This is about to wrap up here soon, you guys, and we're going to talk a little bit and then we're going to head out. Did either of them ask someone, a guy in a bow tie, a member of the NOI's Fruit of Islam, perhaps to drop a copy in my mailbox to speed things up? They never said. Given that the tape began to appear for sale on the streets shortly after the Sun-Times revealed its existence, it was only a matter of time before it made its way to the media, law enforcement, or both. The tape was out there, and the story had been out there long before the tape. I just got both first. While the tale of the tape is fascinating for what it says about the people around Kelly, opportunists, disgusted, out for retribution, all of that and more. It doesn't really matter. What matters is what was on the tape. Here was seemingly irrefutable evidence of Kelly hurting an underage girl, one of many for almost 3 decades. The defense did refute it. However, a jury of Singer's peers acquitted him. And so a pattern of predatory behavior that started in 1991 continued. R.KELLY has a lot to answer for. Hold on. Yeah, sorry, y'all had to see what we said. R.KELLY has a lot to answer for. As his old friend Demetrius Smith said, and maybe someday he will. I've certainly posed many questions via his lawyers, managers, publicists, crisis managers, and record company overseers dating back to November 2000. After my BuzzFeed News articles in the summer of 2017, Kelly suffered a new round of defections. From his latest inner circle, including his musical accomplice, DJ Phantom, and his lawyer, Linda Minch, who'd given the memorable quote about how Kelly just wanted everyone to put down the guns and embrace peace and love. Minch emailed that Kelly is a brilliant artist with unlimited talent, but I pressed her several times on what exactly she meant by that, but followed by an ellipse. But she told me the partners at her law firm advised her not to talk to me. Phantom had no problem speaking his mind about Kelly. He's a shitbag, he told me. 3 of the 6 members of Kelly's cult also left. Those are women I've never named publicly. Dominique stayed for a while longer, and Joy and Azriel are still there as of this writing. Well, actually, Azriel is at home. Yeah, Azriel is at home. And unfortunately, she, along with the Clarys, are mourning the loss of Angelo Clary's mother, who passed away just days ago. So, yeah, and I think I reported it here. We were doing something here on the channel, and I'll let you guys know that he texted me and he lost his mother. So, senior condolences, because he adored that woman. I know I got pictures and videos of him being in the hospital. So I'm like, what you doing? He's like, with mom. So he really, really, really adored his mom. So again, my condolences to the Clarys. Kelly's career began to flounder after the year of indie outreach in 2013. When he split with his longest serving manager, Darrell McDavid, I tried to talk to him in 2017 too. And he Facebook messaged me, I'd appreciate if you just let me sit this one out. Okay? Thanks. You've pretty much destroyed him. By the spring of 2018, Kelly had a new manager, Henry James Mason, an unknown in the music business who just went by Mason. He had a flair for the dramatic and like so many around, Kelly occasionally talked like a movie gangster. In March of 2018, I sat in a hall at the Austin Convention Center during the South by Southwest Music Conference and Festival, listening to a keynote address by Lyre Cohen, co-founder of Def Jam Recordings, now global head of music at YouTube and Google. I was glad I set the ringer on my iPhone to silent because it vibrated with 5 calls in rapid succession. Whoever was trying to reach me clearly wasn't going to stop. So I stepped out to return the call. It was Mason. I hope you guys are doing okay. Let me see where we're at. I think we got about to get ready to wrap it up. Let me see how many more pages. Oh, dang, we got a few more pages. Lord, God have mercy. Oh, Lord, we might have to wrap this up next week, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I love y'all, but good Lord. Oh, baby, nah, we're not doing this tonight. I'm going to have to finish this next week. I'm going to keep reading the rest of this, but nah, baby, we ain't doing this. I thought we just had like 8 pages. It's like 16. Anyways. Okay, hold on. Let's see, we are, baby, child, no. Okay. I love y'all, but child. Kelly's then manager wanted me to clear the air with his client. He said, and Robert would very much like to meet with me. I seriously doubted that. But I told Mason I'd be happy to sit with Kelly for an on the record interview, no holds bar, preferably on video. I called my editor at BuzzFeed, Marissa Carroll, saying I might need the biggest, briefest, beefiest camera crew she could provide. And I asked if I could expense a Kevlar vest, size 3X. There were 2 conditions, Mason said. We like to see copies of all the lawsuits I kept writing about. And he need a list of my questions. I told him the lawsuits are public record at Cook County Circuit Court. So good luck finding them in that black hole. But I agreed to email him a list of questions. And after Marissa edited them, and BuzzFeed media lawyer Matt Scoffer vetted them, I did. I kept the list relatively switching, limiting it to questions about Joy Savage, Asriel Clary, Dominique Gardner, Geronda Pace, and Rashonda Landfair. The other women who told me about the cult, the books by Demetrius Smith and Kim Doney, the settlements for the lawsuit. Sorry, let me turn my phone off because it's hotline bling. Filed by Patrice Jones, the underage girl from the Rock and Roll McDonald's, Montina Woods, the legal age dancer on a videotape with Kelly, Tracy Sampson, the underage girl he met at the expo for Today's Black Women, and Tiffany Hawkins, the first underage girl who sued him after they met in Miss McLean's classroom. Finally, I asked, what really happened with Aaliyah? Mason never mentioned the interview with Kelly again. The manager and I did continue talking, and a month later, Mason made another offer, saying he'd like me to speak with Joy Savage. Ooh. Wow, wow, wow. Did we know that? Did we know that? Because I didn't. Wow. This is the last page, you guys. And we're going to finish next week. I thought we were going to be able to finish it this week, but next week, we got one more page. I mean, a few more pages. Once again, he asked me to provide my questions, and once again, I did. That interview didn't happen either. In January 2019, Mason surrendered to the Henry County Sheriff's Office in Georgia on an outstanding warrant from the summer of 2018 when Tim Savage charged that he threatened to kill him and hurt his family because they wouldn't stop trying to bring Joy home. Mason, y'all, we know I reported that he actually had to back up off of the family, and I think that was pretty much it. And yeah, he got dismissed or whatever. So we got updates with this. Mason posted $10,000 bail and called the felony charge of terroristic threats a miscarriage of justice. By then, he'd resigned as Kelly's manager and been replaced by Don Russell, another unknown in the music world. Russell claimed he'd been a friend of Kelly's for 30 years, but former members of his crew told me they'd never met or heard of him. In early 2019, Kelly hired a new Chicago-based defense attorney. Steve Greenberg has made a career out of representing what many consider the lowest of the low. Read the suburb of a profile by Lisa Bertaglianoli in Crane's Chicago Business. The greatest rush in the business is when you know someone is guilty and you win the case, he says. Acting as Kelly's spokesman, Greenberg vehemently denied all the accusations against his client and branded all the women accusing him as liars. Many final attempts to get Kelly to comment for this book were direct to him. Greenberg acknowledged receiving my messages, but he ignored them. Okay, we're going to stop on page 287, okay? I want to get in the chat and see what you guys are talking about, but we, again, are stopping on page 287, okay? And let me see how many pages we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we got 6 pages left, okay? So we have 6 pages left, and we are really going to be done with this book, okay? 6 pages left, all right? So what I think I'm going to do is quite possibly, I am probably going to do like a pre-recording of the final pages and just upload it because I'm ready to move on. I'm not gonna lie, I would keep going, but we're already 2 hours in this video, and I didn't want this to be that long for those people that are watching playback. This video will be chopped down with all the topics that we talked about. If you guys want preview to, we talked about a little snippet of an update in regards to Tasha K. I was telling you guys about the transcripts. You guys are hearing the numbers out there, and I'm like, yeah, transcripts are very expensive. So that's why when people be trying to pick on me when I'm reading, I'm like, shut the hell up. You can go buy them yourself. And then they see how much they cost, and they shut their butt up and they just listen to the madness. Okay. But not for nothing. Then we got into the R. Kelly update with his appeal. Let me check it again while I got y'all on here, because like I told y'all, we just found out that Farnella, okay, withdrawal. They went from trying to submit a substitution to him withdraw, and it's still just Farnella. Okay, so probably Nicole. Let me see. Yeah, no motion for Nicole just yet. Okay, so Nicole will probably come later on tonight or tomorrow sometime. But as of right now, he has only one original attorney that he had with his trial. Okay. So we talked about that. We talked about, is he cleaning house? Is this going to be beneficial to him or not? Then we ended with Soulless, you guys. And in this book, excuse me, guys, we heard, about how the tapes were circulating. We heard about him almost quite possibly getting an interview with Joyce Savage. So tonight was very informative. Share this video, you guys, because I think it's a lot of misinformation out there. And a lot of people, unfortunately, don't know what they're reading. Like, it's one thing to read something, but it's another thing to comprehend and understand what you're reading. You know what I'm saying? That's why I will look something up. Okay, if I don't understand a word or I don't understand a term, I look it up. Google can be your friend. Not everything is 100%, but okay, I like I tell y'all, we are about evidence over emotion here, and I want to see it so I know it to be so. I don't just go off what people tell me. Okay, so let me read a few of these final comments, and we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, don't you worry. Ronnie says, I'm almost 200% sure Diane was in a relationship with him too. And that's why she was too blinded to see until it was too late. I can agree with that. I can see why. I can see why you would think that. It's too many rumors of people remembering him being involved with Diane. Ronnie also says, they said, never mind, that journalist got everything, screw the interview. Exactly. He was asking all them questions, all the right questions. See, that's the difference right there. You know what I'm saying? A true journalist or a commentator, and that's what I want to gear into. I do want to do interviews and stuff like that. I think I'm a dope interviewer. I don't know if you guys had the opportunity to see some of my interviews that I've done, but that's what I want to get into. That's why I'll be like, when people be comparing me to like Oprah, Tasha K, no, I'm Whitney. Okay. And I want to be the best Whitney that I can be. And I want to be able to transcend time and interview anybody. You know what I'm saying? And I think, I can actually talk to the opposite side, but I don't think they, they wouldn't be fair over there. And I mean, in the sense of being respectful. You know what I'm saying? You can have an opposing view. As long as you respect me, we Gucci. Trevor says the afterword need be read. You want me to read that? Okay, so I guess we still, okay, so no. We're not over then. I was just gonna read the chapters and call it a day. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was gonna be like, I'll probably record it and upload it then. Because I'm ready to get into these this other information. Like I told you that you guys, I think was it this week or probably last week that redactions are coming? I want to read the redacted transcripts, the stuff that was blacked out. That's what I want to get into. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna pre-record some, and then I'm gonna be doing some live. So that's what I want to get into. I'm kind of over this book. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Thanks for all you do. Thank you. I enjoy this. I really do. I enjoy getting the information that's factual information. Let you guys decide what you want to do. Ernestine says, I have to go back and see the replay. Thank you for the update. Absolutely. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Aaron said, great read. So what was you drinking? I said Kool-Aid. It was Kool-Aid. My husband just put it in a wine glass. Y'all know we sip Kool-Aid over here. Plus, with me reading, I'll be honest with you. Unless I'm just shooting the ish and giving my commentary, it's not going to be spiked. And to be honest with you, this year I'm trying not to drink as much, if that makes sense. Just occasionally, you know, or whatever. Me and my husband had some glasses, well, actually a glass of Moscato last night. But yeah, no. If I'm reading something and y'all know I already have a problem, okay, stumbling, fumbling over words, I don't want to add to that. So if I'm not just doing commentary, then yeah, but no, no. Travis says it's about Tiffany Hawkins and when Aaliyah ran away. I'm just saying. Juana says now I gotta watch the replay. I missed an hour. Yeah. So literally, y'all, the first half of the show was all the updates and stuff, and then since y'all just coming in, it's choppy. We had a news break. We had an exclusive news break. So at the beginning, you'll see how they submitted a substitution of attorneys, right? And like I said, when I was reading, I called bullshit. So did Judge Donnelly. And they regrouped, and then all of a sudden, they submitted withdrawals. And we literally saw the first withdrawal of Farnella. That's the first attorney. And nobody, I don't think, knows that. But now it went from substitution, meaning I'll be here and I'll just be at the back, you know, chilling. I'm still on trial with him. I'm still riding to off with his head. And I knew the judge called bull because even when I was reading, I was just like, why? Like, I'm confused. The only one that's left, like I said, is Nicole. I'm looking at the docket right now. Nicole motion of being substituted is still a pending motion. And nothing has been done. So only one that they have received is Farnella's withdrawal. Nobody else. So he literally has one attorney left. One attorney left. One attorney left. Yeah, everybody else is finito, except for Nicole. And I'm looking at it right now. Nicole's submission has not been received to withdraw. So it's still just a pending substitution motion. Okay. Peace and Serenity said, dang it, I missed it. You did, baby. Just well, yeah, you missed everything. I'm finna wrap this up now. Aaron says, it's cool. I'm also doing some housework myself. Yeah, I'm fixing to do that too. I'm actually finna get up from here and probably clean up and get ready. Y'all know, if y'all aren't privy to, we're supposed to be getting like a little ice storm or a snow blizzard or whatever. So I think not until another day from now, but I'm just, we good over here. We don't be minding snow. Last time we had that little week of snow, whatever, here in Texas, or the little 2 days or whatever it was. We were chilling. We didn't go off the grid. We were chilling. So hopefully that doesn't happen where we go off the grid. That's what I don't want to happen for us not to have any electricity and things to that nature. That would tank. But either than that, if so, we sleep with the air on in here anyway. Ain't that right, baby? So we'll just bundle up, you know, put socks on, put warm clothes on, and thug it out, man. We make it happen. Only concern that I would have was that my food would go cold. I mean, would thaw out or something. But we had a solution to that. We took our food and took it outside. You remember that time, baby? We took a few of the things outside in the backyard. I think that was us or was it Mama? Somebody did that. Don't get me lying, but I remember they were suggesting, or maybe I saw it on TV. But anyways, I will do it myself if I'm in fear of my stuff thawing out. Take it outside. It's colder outside. Bag it on up and put it outside. Okay, just suggesting for those that are inquiring about what to do with your stuff, if in case like a freeze or something. Ernestine said, "Good night, Whitney, Miles, and check. Good night. I hope you have a blessed night. Thank you again for the donation." Andrew says, "All his attorneys left." Well, not for one. Nicole is still hanging on in there as of of present time. The submission of substitution is still pending for her. Fornella said, "All right, fine, deuces." So I don't know. Greenberg withdrawal haven't been officially approved, has it? Nope, still not. Remember, that's what I reported to you guys. So let me go check again. I'm checking right now. But y'all know his is for Illinois. His submission was Illinois. So let me go and check, but no, which is weirdly enough because technically he's still with him. He's still retained. Until the judge officially signs off on it, it's just a submission. It's a pending submission. And I think that's the reason why we haven't seen him come out with it and say, yeah, deuces, because he's still not spoken up about it. So let me go. I'm checking the docket now, y'all, for Illinois. Give me a second. Bear with me. Nope. It's still in the docket. January 14, 2022. Motion to withdraw as attorney as to Robert Sylvester Kelly Greenberg. It was entered on the 14th. Nothing from the judge. And I keep thinking Judge Donnelly is over this one, presiding over this, and he's not. She's not. It's Harry. So yeah, still nothing. The dude is moving slow. Maybe he busy, but yeah, no, he's still technically retained by R. Kelly. Me too. Air on, fan on with one foot out. Yeah, girl. Like, especially with we know Demi be having her seizures with her febrile seizures, meaning she gets overheated. So since then we literally very, very seldom put on the heat. And if we do, it's real low. It's like just to make it pleasant in the house, but it's not like, oh, it's hot in here, it feels good. No, it's like, okay, I need some socks still. Like, it's very seldom. And then at night, we just turn it off and we bundle up. She gets a very thin hospital blanket, and we get our blankets. We have our fans on. And let me tell you before I wrap this up, it's so real that I was taking a nap. My husband turns on the microwave fan because he knows I like noises. When I met him, he didn't care for all that. He could just go to sleep. But being around me, now he wants noise too. And so he'll play the fans and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I like white noise. I like the sounds. Now, all that music and stuff, my husband like, turn it off. But I like it. My Dim likes it too. Like I love going to sleep off of classical music because it's no undertones there. A lot of music out here plays with your psyche, and you be wondering what's going on. You don't fell asleep and went to something else, and now you all discombobulated. However, yeah. So I love classical music and going to sleep to it. My Dim is no different. So yeah. Aaron said, "Be safe, Whitney." Absolutely, I will. All right, you guys. I think that is pretty much it for me. Okay. Again, shouts out to my brand affiliates, which is Shay Michelle Cosmetics. Okay. All right. This lips is popping, and yours can be too, along with these lashes. Okay. And you can find all of her products at Shay Michelle Cosmetics. The link is in the description box below, as well as Shazazz Creations, who gave me this wonderful tea, Black History Month, and I wanted to bring it in with it being the first month, the first day of Black History Month. Okay, so not for nothing, you guys, that is the video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about everything that we talked about tonight. Very informative. And what I learned, y'all, not to argue with people. Don't argue. What's the point? Because at the end of the day, they're just like you. How? They are going to believe what they want to believe, just like you. You're going to believe what you want to believe. But the difference is when you get the facts, what do you do with them? Do you still argue the facts as you see it? Meaning, may not be something that you've experienced, but maybe this is something that they experience. And who am I to argue what they deem to be factual, right? Not for nothing, you guys. That's what sets us apart here at Whitney D TV. We are going to always be about evidence over emotions. You guys have a good night, and I will see you guys quite possibly tomorrow. If not, I'll see you guys back here on Thursday for Straight Talk with Whitney D. I love y'all. Good night.
What up, Witness Nation? Now, you know we're super sleuths over here. We all about the facts, evidence over emotions. Let's see what we've discovered. Shazazz Creations, your one-stop shop when it comes to customization. Totes, tees, tumblers, hats, and more. Looking for a customized gift idea for a graduation, birthday party, baby shower, or just a unique creation of your own? Check out Shazazz Creations as seen here on Whitney D TV. Female, Black owned. Use my promo in the description box down below and let her know Whitney D of Whitney D TV sent you. Thank you. Bye. I'm Whitney. Keep it cute or get the boot.